Right now, we're in for a partly cloudy Saturday. Chris lets us know if you could see some rain in our forecast coming up. And why Madison school leaders say getting kids vaccinated played a role in their decision to require masks this fall.
This is News 3 Now this morning.
Morning, everyone. It is Saturday, July 24th. I'm Adam Duxter filling in for Taylor Lazenby. And I'll tell you what, right off the bat, waking up, Chris, it was humid outside. You have exactly what we need to know headed into today. Is it going to stay that way?
Yeah, it will. We're talking about heat and humidity pretty much all weekend long. Likely the hottest weekend of our entire summer at this point. Here's what we're looking at outside right now. It is muggy. Dew points are into the 70s. I mean, that is tropical when it comes toward the dew point at this point, Adam. And we are going to see temperatures warming up into the lower 90s as it moves towards the afternoon. Check out La Crosse, 5 o'clock in the morning, already at 82 degrees. 73 for Janesville. Watoma, you're waking up at 75, even Fond du Lac at 79. I'm looking at high-resolution radar right now. I want to show you all things across the state of Wisconsin. We're seeing some shower and thunderstorm activity, and that shower and thunderstorm activity is really taking place throughout parts of the Northwoods. I mean, you get to Wausau and north, and it is raining. You are hearing the lightning and thunder this morning. A lot of that's coming in out of Minnesota, too. We're going to have to watch the southern end of that for a chance to see some showers and thunderstorms here as well. It's a smaller chance, but nonetheless, it is a shot as temperatures warm up towards 90 later on this afternoon. Here's how Future Track sees it. Like I said, it's a small chance. We'll see the showers across the north early on. As we move towards the afternoon, that line really kind of falls apart until it encounters some greater instability a little bit further towards the south and east, where you'll see your better chance for those showers and storms today.
All right, Chris, we will keep an eye on it, and we'll catch up with you in just a few moments. The Dane County Sheriff's Office is continuing to search for Krista Halderson, continuing their efforts at a pond behind the family's home in the village of Windsor. Authorities did not specify what led them to search the pond, but they did say they'll be there as long as it takes to find evidence related to the case. Shortly after the couple's son Chandler reported them missing, police arrested him for lying about the details. And shortly after that, investigators found the remains of his father, Bart, in Cottage Grove. Chandler Halderson is currently being held at the Dane County Jail on $1 million bond on charges of murder and mutilation. The La Crosse County Sheriff's Office is investigating a triple homicide in western Wisconsin, where they say they found 3 bodies Friday morning at the entrance to the Milestone Quarry in the town of Hamilton. 2 employees arrived for work and found those 3 bodies. Investigators say they're following up on a lot of information right now, but they have not yet identified the victims. They do believe the killings were targeted. Residents in Rockton, Illinois are being told not to drink their water after testing found a presence of elevated metals. Winnebago County says officials are not necessarily sure if that's associated with the massive chemical fire earlier this summer. Environmental agents discovered the metals at the former Beloit Superfund site, finding elevated levels in 16 of the 20 monitoring wells. The Illinois EPA is conducting further testing at several homes in the Blackhawk neighborhood. That process could take several days. Researchers say the Delta variant has been confirmed in Rock County. The strain of the coronavirus spreads more rapidly than all of the other variants. If you are vaccinated, you have protection against the Delta variant, along with the other variants. The alpha, beta, and gamma variants were previously found in Rock County. In Wisconsin, 49% of the state's total population has completed its COVID vaccine series, and over 51% of the state has gotten at least 1 shot. Madison school leaders say getting kids vaccinated played a role in their decision to require masks this fall. Under the district's COVID safety plans for the fall, all students and staff will need to wear masks while inside buildings, although those masks will become optional outside. District leaders say it was a tough decision, but one that is needed, given the increase in COVID cases and lack of vaccines for those under the age of 12.
You're going to make some people happy, and some people are going to question your decisions. We went the way of our safety and just being cautious and thoughtful and intentional as we move forward.
Administrators are still finalizing safety plans for athletics and extracurriculars. They hope to share an update on those plans next week. You can read all about the district's fall plans on our website, channel3000.com. Pfizer announced Friday that the Biden administration has purchased 200 million more doses of its COVID-19 vaccine. It comes amid growing concern over the impact of vaccine hesitancy. In 16 states, less than half the population has received one dose. Also, today, Chicago has become the latest major city to implement mask mandates in their public schools, joining Boston and Atlanta. For some, it has gotten so bad so quickly. The governor of Alabama is now calling out unvaccinated people, saying they are, quote, living a horrible lifestyle of self-inflicted pain.
Folks supposed to have common sense. But it's time to start blaming the unvaccinated folks, not the regular folks. It's the unvaccinated folks that are letting us down.
Alabama is now the least vaccinated state against COVID-19 in the United States. Yesterday, the CDC reported just 33.9% of people living there are fully vaccinated. Mississippi is the only other state where less than 35% of residents are fully vaccinated. Average daily COVID-19 cases in Alabama are nearly double what they were just 1 week ago. The Biden administration has officially canceled 2 border wall construction contracts in Texas. The contracts would have covered building a total of 31 miles of the border wall in what Homeland Security calls the Laredo sector. Construction on the project had not yet started. In a similar move last month, the White House returned $2 billion that had been taken from the military budget to build the border wall. U.S. and Iraqi leaders are expected to announce a shift in the U.S. military mission in Iraq. The U.S. official says the change will not involve a withdrawal of U.S. forces. The plan is reportedly for what the U.S. military is calling a full shift in an advisory role by the end of the year. The announcement is expected to follow a meeting between President Joe Biden and the Iraqi Prime Minister at the White House next week. The U.S. currently has about 2,500 troops in Iraq. The highly trained urban search and rescue teams deployed to the scene of the Surfside condo collapse 4 weeks ago are being demobilized today and are heading home. Florida Task Force 2 is made up of dozens of first responders from more than 20 South Florida departments. They were activated shortly after the collapse to assist Task Force 1, which is led by Miami-Dade County Fire Department. Task Force 1 is also ending its month-long deployment today. Members of both teams are described as among the best and experienced in the world and have been dispatched to disaster scenes across the globe. And we have an update this morning about the plane crash last Thursday night in Baraboo. First responders say the plane's landing gear hit a chain link fence while it was coming in for landing, and that's when the plane flipped. The pilot was not injured and was able to safely get out of the plane on their own. The plane did suffer some moderate damage. The National Transportation Safety Board and the FAA are still investigating the crash. Right now, the time is 5:08, and coming up, how one Madison camp is teaching girls of all ages to get involved in different kinds of work. You're taking a live look now over the Capitol. Chris is tracking your forecast just ahead.
Download the Channel 3000 app today.
At U.S. Cellular, we know the local landscape, so we can help everyone stay connected for less.
Right now, get up to $1,200 off any 5G phone. The choice is yours.
Whether it's adapting the network for a strong signal where you work or optimizing your coverage where you play, we're always hard at work to make sure our state-of-the-art 5G network works for you.
Up to $1,200 off any 5G phone with no trade-in or hidden fees.
U.S. Cellular, America's locally grown wireless.
You guys got any signal?
I've only got one bar, Dad. Anything? I think it's getting weaker.
Experience hybrid performance that takes you further.
What about now?
Nope.
Anything?
I've got nothing.
Perfect.
And feel what it's like to truly connect at the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event. See Lexus of Madison.
Your parents spent years taking care of you. But as the years go by, it becomes your turn to take care of them. This might mean trusting a nursing home, which promises to care for them as cherished loved ones. But if the nursing home you've chosen is not keeping their promise, we can help. If your parents have been injured in a nursing home, call Habish, Habish & Rotier. We fight for what's right.
At Pick and Save, we take scrutinizing freshness to a whole new level, where only the best of the best of the best will do. But just because you can't get any higher than perfect 10 produce, that doesn't mean that we won't try. Because Pick and Save produce isn't just fresh, it's fresher than fresh. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Did you know that 178 million Americans are missing at least one tooth?
It's true.
That's why at Affordable Dentures and Implants, we only focus on tooth replacement solutions.
Whether it's a single tooth, full dentures, or dental implants, we have an experienced dentist who can create a new smile just for you.
At a price that's affordable.
Because at Affordable Dentures and Implants, we want you to go ahead and smile.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Good morning, folks. We are waking up to a chance to see some showers of thunderstorms today. That better chance is going to be a lot further towards the north, but further towards the south is where you have your chance to see some of those stronger storms. So we have a marginal risk, level 1 out of 5. There are parts of the viewing area to see a severe thunderstorm. You work your way further towards Racine and Kenosha counties or the south side of Milwaukee, and that is where you have that slight risk, level 2 out of 5. But even still, odds of a widespread thunderstorm event, they're on the lower side for us, but we're talking 12 to 5 o'clock, a broken line of showers of thunderstorms bringing some gusty winds and some hail. Again, very few severe storms are truly my expectation as we go through things as of now. Here's Doppler track this morning. A lot of that shower and thunderstorm activity, it's really across parts of the North Woods, Rhinelander, Wausau, Eagle Creek, not Eagle Creek, oh no, I forgot the name of the town. That's all right. 3 Lakes, there we go. This is where we're seeing a lot of the showers of thunderstorms this morning. You have one severe thunderstorm that's working its way into parts of Duluth and Superior early on this morning, but pay attention to what's trying to develop on the south end of that. That's what's going to bring us our chance to see some showers of thunderstorms a little bit later on this afternoon. But like I said, it's going to be a dying line of showers of thunderstorms. So I'm really not expecting the most widespread shower and thunderstorm activity. In fact, here we are. This is 9 o'clock on Future Track. You see more of that action towards our north. We get you towards 2:30. Already it's towards the south and east. It's breaking apart, but then it encounters more unstable air further south and east of Madison. Outside of that, look for sunshine. We're going to be hot around 90 today, cooling down into the mid-60s overnight tonight. We're back up into the low 90s again as we move towards Sunday. A hot couple of days. We're going to see this heat stick around into parts of next week as well. Here's that hazy look on our horizon. We've had that for a couple days. Get used to it still. We're at 76 already. Winds are out of the southwest at 8, and dew points are into the 70s. Oh my goodness. Yes, when you step outside, it is going to be that hot all day long, that sticky all day long. I truly call it the air you can wear. It's at the point that don't talk to me if you see me outside. I'm going to be mad about just how humid things are. But temperatures are in the 70s, 78 in Camp Douglas right now, 82 in La Crosse this morning. And as we plan out our day, look for those highs around 90. 12 to 4 o'clock is where you do have those chances for showers. But as I showed you, our shower chance, it's not all that substantial around here. We're going to keep those 80s and 90s around. And to the week, we'll cool off to the low 80s. By the time we get you towards next weekend, Adam.
Chris, you call it the air you can wear. I've always known it as official bring 2 shirts season, because the first one's done after.
Yeah, that is where we're at, and just good luck on the hair for anybody out there. Even me, my hair is not going to handle
it. Chris Reese, everybody. Chris, thanks. We'll catch up with you again in just a moment. Well, what better time for home improvement than the summer? And One Madison Camp is teaching girls of all ages to get involved in different types of work, building skills and connections. Can't Build, which is entering its third year, connects girls up to 12th grade with people who are experienced in the trades. They learned carpentry, welding, and other skills in a safe environment. The event is organized by Girl Scouts and Madison College.
It's nice to learn how to use these handheld power tools in a sort of, structured setting with people who know what they're doing.
Can't Build will continue throughout the weekend, bringing the girls to Senate Middle School to build benches today. If you're looking for a new place to eat, you can try a brand new food cart vending program called Carts in the Parks, starting this weekend in Madison. The program will provide daily food cart vending in about 20 Madison parks, support community-driven micro vending markets, and reduce the barriers to vending in city parks. It is set to start this Sunday with the Quick Chef Cart at Olin Park, the Jakarta Barbecue Station at Vilas Park, and the Cultura Cali at McPike Park. A weekly schedule will be shared on the Madison Parks Facebook page. Right now it is 5:15, and coming up, we'll take a look at copycat clogs, why it's becoming a major issue with the original company who says the competition is a crock. And there are several new shows and movies to check out this weekend. Will shares his picks in 3 things to watch. Trending news just ahead on News 3 Now this morning, Saturday.
Do you suffer with pain, numbness, and tingling in the hands or feet, commonly diagnosed as peripheral neuropathy? Are you taking drugs such as Lyrica or gabapentin that have serious side effects and often do not relieve your symptoms? Your doctor has told you you may just have to live with the pain. Peripheral neuropathy is a result of damage to the nerves, often causing burning, weakness, pain, numbness, tingling, and the most debilitating balance problems. Our facility uses multiple therapeutic methods to help give you relief from neuropathy symptoms with no injections and no drugs. You may start seeing relief after only a few sessions. To determine if your neuropathy symptoms can be relieved, we will do a consultation to evaluate the extent of your condition. Call us today to schedule your neuropathy consultation to find out if you're a candidate for our therapy. Call today.
Unlock a summer of possibilities in a new Chevy. Expand your options and your perspective. Find your next adventure in a new Chevy.
Make no monthly payments for the rest of the summer on all Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups. Plus, get 2.49% financing when you finance with GM Financial. And get $2,000 cash allowance.
At JP Morgan, the only definition of wealth that matters is yours. It can be a smaller house, but a bigger nest egg, a goal to work toward, or the freedom to walk away. With 200 years of experience, personalized advice, and commission-free trades on an award-winning app, we're working for you. Planning, investing, advice. JP Morgan Wealth Management.
Can you get this? I don't have my wallet. Oh, really? It's funny how that always happens.
Yeah, it's funny. With BMO Harris, you don't need your wallet. You can get money from any BMO ATM using your phone.
Uh-oh, looks like someone can buy their own tacos.
You could also pay them back with Zelle.
So many ways for you to pay. Awesome.
Order for BMO.
Ooh, tacos, banking. Some things are made to be mobile.
That feeling you get when your phone is your wallet. That's the BMO effect. And right now, open a new BMO Harris account online in just 5 minutes.
Finding the right ingredients for a healthy lifestyle can be tricky. That's why SSM Health and News 3 Now are here to help.
Our Time for Kids recipe for health experts use online conversations and on-air reports to answer your health questions.
So tell us, what topics would your family like to hear about? What questions do you have?
Use the handy feedback form on our Time for Kids page to share what matters most to your family's health. And together,
let's take time for kids. All right, we are going to be watching some chances to see some showers and thunderstorms out there today. You see it right there in the 10-day forecast. Here's where we're watching some of those showers right now. Most of that is going to be focused over parts of northern Wisconsin early on. Rhinelanders getting in on some of the shower activity. Same for Green Bay. A lot of folks getting ready to head up towards Oshkosh next week, as well as we have the air show that's going to be taking place. Right now, we're going to be watching the chance to see some showers and thunderstorms in Oshkosh a little bit later on today as well. We're going to keep you guys up to date all day long. Some of these showers and storms could impact us right here in southern Wisconsin too, but it's going to be a broken line that's falling apart at that point. We'll have the latest coming up in just a bit.
All right, Chris Reese, we will see you then. Mercedes-Benz says it plans to be entirely electric by 2030. The German automaker says it will have 3 electric-only vehicles by 2025. At that point, the company will begin making electric cars exclusively. To ensure the shift, Mercedes-Benz is investing more than $40 billion toward manufacturing, batteries, and charging. It doesn't matter if you are a fan of stuntmen or music festivals, there is a documentary for everything, and there's one for you. Our Will Loper shares a few of the best things you could check out on your television in this weekend's 3 Things to Watch.
You're here to write marvelous things about my husband, I believe.
Is that right? In that moment, something changed.
Newly streaming on Netflix this week is the film The Last Letter from Your Lover.
While I was researching my next feature, I came across a letter. 1965, illicit love affair.
Felicity Jones stars as a journalist who finds a series of letters between 2 star-crossed lovers, played by Shailene Woodley and Joe Alwyn.
We could be happy. So happy.
My husband wants us to return to London immediately.
And what do you want?
Oh my God. Now I'm gonna have to know how it ends.
The Last Letter from Your Lover is streaming on Netflix now.
I'll be waiting.
It was not your parents' Woodstock. We got off the bus, and I was like, something's not right.
Newly streaming on HBO Max is the docuseries Music Box and the first film in the series, Woodstock 99, Peace, Love, and Rage.
It was like 1,000 degrees. I think we should leave. It's so hot here.
The documentary looks at the ingredients that made the 1999 Woodstock Festival such a disaster.
You could feel something bubbling.
In pop culture, there's this dark energy coming from young white males that entertainment is perpetuating.
You have a crowd who are excited, inebriated, and you give them a band to help them release that energy. What do you think's gonna happen?
Woodstock 99, Peace, Love, and Rage is streaming on HBO Max now.
I'm the face you never see. You see what I do.
Finally, newly streaming on Disney Plus is the documentary Stuntman.
I remember watching people Knievel strapped in that rocket like a superhero.
Whoa, it looks like a good one. Whoa.
This canyon that got him.
Eddie Braun attempts to complete a stunt his hero, Evel Knievel, never finished. A jump over Snake River Canyon.
So I'm betting everything on this. My reputation, and ultimately, my life.
What will you say to your dad after he does it?
Finally.
Stuntman is streaming on Disney Plus now.
4, you're looking good. 3, flags are down. 2, flight initiated. 1.
Happy watching. Those are the 3 things you need to watch, and this is Will Loper for News 3 Now this morning.
From boats to RVs to lumber, the pandemic has created shortages across a number of industries. And experts say the next shortage could be school supplies. More classrooms are fully reopening in the fall, and industry experts expect demand for school merchandise to be high. That demand comes at a time of tight inventory levels and delayed shipments. And some experts think that could lead to a shortage of school supplies, especially later in the season. Copycat clogs are becoming an issue with the major company Crocs. Crocs is accusing Walmart, Hobby Lobby, and a few others of copying their iconic shoe. And Crocs filed 4 trademark infringement lawsuits against 20 companies, claiming they're violating its trademark and other intellectual properties. The company logged its best sales ever in 2020 as comfort seekers named the Croc the go-to shoe of the pandemic. Next, as the Delta variant spreads throughout the nation, the latest on our numbers here in Wisconsin. Plus, delayed, no longer what you missed from the Olympics opening ceremonies. I'll be right back with more details.
At
U.S. Cellular, we know the local landscape, so we can help everyone stay connected for less.
Right now, get up to $1,200 off any 5G phone. The choice is yours.
Whether it's adapting the network for a strong signal where you work or optimizing your coverage where you play, we're always hard at work to make sure our state-of-the-art 5G network works for you.
Up to $1,200 off any 5G phone with no trade-in or hidden fees.
U.S. Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. The Olympic Games are on, and so is Toyota's national sales event. Now's the time to get a great deal on the 2021s while they last, like Camry, Highlander, RAV4, and more. Ooh, she sticks the landing.
Right now, get $750 customer cash on a new 2021 Camry, CHR, RAV4, Venza, or Highlander.
Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
He's here! He's here! It's happening!
What can I get you, young man?
Free installation!
Coming right up.
Feldco's biggest sale of the year. Free installation. Plus, no interest until 2023.
Free installation on windows, siding, and doors ends soon. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
It's one thing to say you have the most accurate forecast. It's another to prove it, and we've done just that.
First Warn Weather has been certified most accurate here in Madison by WeatherRate, an independent research firm. They study every news station's forecast every day, every year, and determine scientifically which forecasts align with the actual observed conditions.
Only one station came out on top, and that's News 3 Now First Warn Weather.
Trust the First Warn Weather team for your most accurate forecast.
Life in the 608 is all about how you live it, and there's plenty of inspiration.
This is just an idea that I rolled with.
I'm News 3 Now's Josh Spreiter. I'm visiting the people, places, and events that make this area one of a kind.
Who's the evil twin?
Tell me what inspires you, and it might be featured on News 3 Now this morning.
My motto is, be the change you want to see in the world.
In the 608, weekdays on News 3 Now this morning.
It doesn't get any better than this.
A Madison Magazine exclusive, the untold story of Nirvana on the 30th anniversary of Nevermind, and Madison's pivotal role in the band's runaway success. With never-seen photos and local accounts, get your collector's issue of Madison Magazine on newsstands now. Congratulations to Madison Magazine for earning top industry honors for outstanding journalism and design, including the coveted prize for general excellence in the 36th Annual National City and Regional Magazine Awards.
Right now, 1 month after a massive explosion across the state line, experts are warning against drinking the water.
This is News 3 Now this morning.
Good morning. It's Saturday, July 24th, and I'm Adam Duxer filling in for Taylor Lazenby. We're going to go right to weather. Meteorologist Chris Reese is here on this Saturday morning. And Chris, it is humid outside, man.
Y'all, I don't even want to step in front of the screen right now because I get closer and closer to these numbers talking about just how hot it's going to be later on this afternoon. This is the Future Track Heat Index for 5 o'clock today. We're talking triple-digit heat for a lot of spots in the upper Midwest. You get down towards Des Moines and Iowa City, it could feel as warm as 110 degrees. That is where the heat advisories, the excessive heat warnings, they all exist just back towards our south and west. The humidity in that heat is going to be here to stay. It's hazy and smoky too. We are waking up at 76 degrees this morning. Winds are out of the southwest at 8. Dew points are at 70. So this air is heavy. It is weighing you down as you begin to step outside. Actual air temperatures at this point in the morning are into the 70s and 80s for us already. Madison, of course, at 76. We're at 73 in Janesville. Boscobel and Prairie du Chien also joining us at 76. La Crosse, Wisconsin is at 82 already. Now, in addition to that, we are going to be watching at least a chance to see some showers and thunderstorms as we go throughout the day. Most of the shower and thunderstorm activity, that's going to be up throughout parts of the Northwoods early on. Wausau is really getting in on some heavier rain and some lightning and thunder right now. We'll watch our opportunity to see a shower or thunderstorm closer towards the afternoon and evening. Adam?
Chris, sounds like a good week if you work for a deodorant company.
Yes, it is.
Chris, we'll catch up with you again in just a moment. Federal and state leaders are pushing more Americans to get vaccinated with the highly transmissible Delta variant, accounting for more than 80% of U.S. cases. But the White House says it is not advocating for federal vaccine mandates.
That's not the role of the federal government. That is the role that institutions, private sector entities, and others may take. That certainly is appropriate.
Less than half of the population in 16 states have received at least one dose of a COVID vaccine. White House leaders also say there's no plans to change mask guidance for fully vaccinated adults. Health officials in Rock County say they've confirmed the Delta variant has reached the area. The Delta variant was found first in Wisconsin this past April, and the state says since then they've seen about 120 cases. This comes as vaccination rates continue to slow down in our state. 49% of people are now fully vaccinated. 51% have had at least one dose, but the number of daily vaccines has slowed almost entirely. Here in Dane County, just over 67% of people have completed the vaccine series. Just a little bit more than that have gotten just one dose. There's another chance for you to get vaccinated today if you or someone you know is still looking to get the shot. The Urban League of Greater Madison will be giving vaccinations at its annual Unity Picnic. You can stop by today from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Urban League's Park Street location. No appointments necessary, but anyone over the age of 12 will need a signed consent form or a parent there. And the event is part of SSM Health's vaccination mobile effort. The federal government is buying 200 million additional doses of Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine. The company says just over half the shots will be delivered by the end of the year. The remaining doses will be available by the end of April 2022. The purchases come as case future studies show booster shots might be necessary, including millions of pediatric doses should the vaccine be approved for children under 12. Residents in Rockton, Illinois are being told not to drink their water after testing found a presence of elevated metals. This comes after a massive factory fire created concerns of pollution just over a month ago. Winnebago County officials say there's not enough evidence to confirm whether the two are linked just yet, but say they're advising not to drink the water until they know more. The environmental agents say they discovered the metals at the former Beloit Superfund site and identified elevated levels of metal in 16 of 20 monitoring wells. The Illinois EPA is conducting further testing at several homes in the Blackhawk neighborhood, but that could take several days. The Dane County Sheriff's Office is continuing its search for Krista Halderson, this time directly behind the Halderson home. Authorities are now searching the pond behind the Halderson home in the village of Windsor. Well, they did not specify exactly what led them there. They say they'll be there as long as it takes to find evidence related to the case. The couple's son, Chandler, is currently being held in the Dane County Jail on a $1 million bond for the murder and mutilation of his father, Bart's body. Madison police have referred charges to the Dane County District Attorney against 35-year-old Antoine Johnson. Johnson is accused of hitting and killing 30-year-old Sean Crisco at the intersection of Patterson Street and East Wash and then leaving the scene. The crash happened just about a month ago and was one of a number of fatal accidents along that corridor in 2021. Dane County Sheriff's Office is looking for information about a different hit and run, this one in the town of Bristol last Friday. It happened at the T intersection of Norway Road and Bristol Road. That's where a female bicyclist was making a right turn when a driver cut her off and caused her to crash. Then that driver kept going. The car they're looking for is a medium-sized silver SUV, and that biker is expected to be okay. The La Crosse County Sheriff's Office is investigating a triple homicide. Police say they found 3 victims Friday morning at the entrance to the Milestone Quarry in the town of Hamilton. 2 employees arrived for work and found those bodies. Investigators say they're following up on tips, but decline to say whether they have a suspect or suspects in mind.
It's a very fluent case at the present time. It's a very complicated crime scene. It's very hot. We are working diligently at the present time, processing the scene.
Officials have not yet identified those victims. They do believe the victims were targeted. The 32nd Summer Olympics are officially underway in Tokyo amid a worsening COVID emergency. Many things in this pandemic, it was an unprecedented opening ceremony. CBS's Jamie Yukis is in Tokyo.
Inside the Olympic Stadium, the stands were mostly empty, a unique scene of pageantry amid a pandemic. Japanese tennis star Naomi Osaka lit the cauldron to officially start the games. But COVID restrictions kept away all but 900 VIPs and guests, compared to the more than 80,000 who filled stadiums in Rio, London, and Beijing. And there was new controversy as organizers said a test kit shortage inside the Olympic Village earlier this week briefly complicated efforts to keep COVID out. This came as 19 new cases popped up, bringing total infections to more than 100. About 100 of the 613 U.S. athletes are not vaccinated. Outside the stadium, protesters demanded the games be canceled as Japan suffers through its highest daily case count since January. Dr. Kenji Shibuya has helped direct Japan's vaccine rollout.
How do you think this Olympics is going to be received?
It is supposed to be a symbol of peace, unity, and according to Prime Minister, the victory of the COVID pandemic. But currently, it's totally opposite.
Still, the athletes powered on. Eddie Alvarez of USA Baseball and Sue Bird of USA Basketball led the U.S. delegation.
I would have been there, no question.
Bird's mother, Nancy, had to watch from her New York home because of the tight COVID restrictions.
Even though I'd like to be there to hug her, it doesn't take anything away. It's still a wonderful, proud moment.
The games will now shift into full gear. U.S. Soccer will try to make a comeback in its game against New Zealand. Simone Biles and the women's gymnastics team compete Sunday. Jamie Yukis, CBS News, Tokyo.
Coming up, why doctors and nurses say they're worried about their mental health conditions due to the pandemic. Plus, pediatricians are seeing a troubling trend during the pandemic. That's coming up next on News 3 Now.
Thanks for calling 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Do you make junk disappear?
Yes, ma'am.
When?
Now.
Take that! And that!
Ooh, take it all!
When you want junk to disappear, all you have to do is point.
Your pipes need to loosen up. Your furnace needs to chill out. No more Freon for your AC. You don't need a working ceiling fan. Nothing can stop me from causing problems in your home. Oh no, the homeowner's called Action Man and his action team.
That's right, Pesky. Your problems are plunged.
Call on Action Plumbing, Heating, and Electric at iwantactionnow.com.
It took us years to find the perfect bun for Culver's Pretzel House Pub Burger.
It's got the nice pretzel flavor on the outside, but when you open it up, it's light and airy. Got a nice sweet flavor to it. It literally melts in your mouth.
This bun is perfect for a Pretzel House Pub Burger. Seared fresh beef, tangy mustard bistro sauce, pickled red onions, 2 slices of bacon, served with our signature cheddar cheese sauce.
This bun was made for this burger. This is perfect.
I think it's an awesome burger. Welcome to Delicious.
This is the most important, amazingest game ever played in the universe. The pitcher is fierce. Danny Roberts is up at bat. And the crowd goes wild. He just won the game. Let's go! Yes!
We protect the car you drive.
Go get him, Danny.
And the dreams that drive you. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
Looks like it's time to trade. Because it's trade month at your local Ford dealers. Get more cash for your eligible trade-in. Any brand, any model, all month long. Get Trade Assist cash on top of what your eligible vehicle is worth and trade up to a new Ford SUV. Your trade-in is worth more than you think. Only during trade month. Right now, get up to $2,000 Trade Assist bonus cash on eligible models. It's trade month at your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers.
Thanks for calling 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Do you make junk disappear?
Yes, ma'am.
When?
Now.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
The CrossFit Games return to Madison. News 3 Now brings you exclusive coverage as athletes from around the world compete for the title of Fittest on Earth. Get special features on News 3 Now this morning, plus up-to-the-minute results on channel3000.com starting Monday. News 3 Now's call for action gets answers when you can't.
A COVID patient's care jeopardized by insurance denials. After we contacted Aetna, the company reversed course.
News 3 Now's call for action, taking action for you.
Thanks for sticking with us. Pediatricians are seeing a troubling trend during the pandemic as more children develop cases of type 2 diabetes. Daniel Backus has more.
17-year-old Andrew Aparicio has been making serious lifestyle changes after a big health scare last year.
The cramps and the fatigue I was feeling, I was really tired.
In May of 2020, he was hospitalized for a week and diagnosed with type 2 diabetes.
I kind of saw it happening because I was not eating healthy. It was all over the place with my diet.
A new study presented at the American Diabetes Association meeting shows Andrew is not alone. Researchers compared hospitalizations at a Louisiana hospital from 2019 to 2020 and found cases and severity of type 2 diabetes in children increased significantly during the peak of the pandemic.
Many of children's well visits with their doctors have been canceled, so people who may have been caught on routine well child visits, those may have been missed until that the condition has progressed.
Dr. Lily Chow with Children's Hospital Los Angeles says stay-at-home orders may also play a role, since many kids may have been getting less physical activity, eating unhealthy, and spending more time on screens.
If you already are at risk of getting diabetes, putting all that extra weight on does not help.
Andrew says his diagnosis was a wake-up call. He's dropped more than 100 pounds through diet and exercise.
It's pretty crazy to think about how much I lost over the past year and how committed I've been ever since then, because I was really traumatized.
He's been able to cut back on his medications and is looking forward to starting his senior year of high school in better health. Danya Backus, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Kids who spend more time at the lunch table at school are more likely to eat their fruits and vegetables, according to a study from the University of Illinois. Researchers say fruits and vegetables may not be the first choice for students, and a seated lunchtime of 10 minutes or less is common. They say longer lunch periods would help low-income students who may not have resources to bring their own food and have to wait in lunch lines. Nearly 50% of doctors and nurses working in intensive care units around the world have shown signs of mental health conditions due to the pandemic, including depression, insomnia, and PTSD. That's according to London researchers who also found mental health conditions are significantly worse for staff who wear personal protective equipment for more than 6 hours a day. You're looking live over the Capitol. Chris Reese will have your full forecast coming up next on News 3 Now this morning, Saturday. But first, if you have a little kid turning 3 soon, please let us know so we could show their picture on TV.
News 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
We're here at the local farmers market, where Informed Choice Insurance Agency is offering fresh, hand-picked Medicare. What do you mean when you say shop local for Medicare?
A lot of Medicare health plans have benefits that are specific to each county. So why would you call a national 1-800 number about your health insurance decisions? Your local Medicare plans have all the bells and whistles the national TV ads promise, only better.
Don't get fooled by national TV hype. When it comes to Medicare options, keep it honest. Keep it local with Informed Choice Insurance Agency, and they're free.
All Denny's pancakes are made to order with fresh buttermilk, but this month's Spotlight Stack is a Patriot. Fresh, sweet, and full of freedom. New red, white, and blue pancakes. This month's Spotlight Stack. See you at Denny's.
Looks like it's time to trade. Because it's trade month at your local Ford dealers. Get more cash for your eligible trade-in. Any brand, any model, all month long. Get Trade Assist cash on top of what your eligible vehicle is worth and trade up to a new Ford SUV. Your trade-in is worth more than you think, only during trade month. Right now, get up to $2,000 Trade Assist bonus cash on eligible models. It's trade month at your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers.
I think we're lost.
We're good. We're good. Yeah, we're lost.
What are we gonna do?
Give me your machete. I can build a shelter.
I do not have a machete.
Oh, now who came unprepared?
You know what? You don't get lost going bowling.
No! You're making a mistake here.
What are you doing?
I'm streaming the season finale.
You have a signal?
Yeah, I got Spectrum Mobile, so they're fastest overall and more reliable.
So you can call for help?
Oh, yeah. As soon as this episode is over. Feels like you want me to call now.
Switch to Spectrum Mobile for the fastest overall speeds and most reliable service coast to coast. It's a better way to mobile. It's Spectrum Mobile.
More than 1 year of our lives when everything changed. A year of quiet, of struggle, a year of loss. We're proud to have walked through it alongside you. As we proceed on this road to recovery together, News 3 Now will continue to be proactive in keeping you, your family, and our community safe. Taking action every day to help make this an even better place to live. News 3 Now. Away from your TV? Not a problem. Get breaking news, weather alerts, and political coverage from the award-winning News 3 Now team. Plus, all things Madison. Stay connected anywhere with Channel 3000, Madison's #1 digital news source. News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
We are waking up to seeing a chance for some showers or thunderstorms out there today. Most of them are going to happen towards the north this morning. But when you have some of those storms work their way south this afternoon, we have to watch the chance for some of them to be on the stronger or even the severe side. A marginal risk, level 1 out of 5, exists for a good portion of southern Wisconsin. Timing likely between noon and 5 o'clock. It'll be a broken line of storms trying to push through. That'll bring some gusty winds and hail. And we are not going to see just several severe thunderstorms as this comes through. It'll be mainly a severe thunderstorm here or there. This is where the shower and thunderstorm activity is right now. Most of that is throughout northern Wisconsin. Rhinelander, Eagle River, and Wausau are really seeing a lot of that shower and thunderstorm activity as we speak. You see a little bit of that trying to develop south and west towards La Crosse. That's what's going to bring the opportunity to see some of those showers and thunderstorms closer to southern Wisconsin a little bit later on. Here's Future Track, 9 o'clock. Again, most of it's towards the north here in southern Wisconsin. There might be an isolated shower that goes up. But by 2:30, most of that shower activity is really pushed towards the south and east at that point, and we are going to start to dry things out. We'll top out at 90. We're in the mid-60s overnight tonight. We'll warm up into the low 90s again tomorrow. But when you factor in the humidity, it's going to feel like over 100 degrees by the time we get you towards this point tomorrow. So a lot of humidity, a lot of heat is going to be coming our way, in addition to the smoke that we really already have in the atmosphere that's kept things hazy as of late. We're at 76 degrees now. Dew points are at 70, so that air is weighing you down as you step outside, folks. 82 in La Crosse this morning. Boscobel, you're at 76. Janesville at 73. Watertown at 73. Fond du Lac coming in at 79. You plan the day. Here's that little chance for some showers and storms I talked about. It is not going to be super widespread, but the chance is there. Any storm that goes up very well could become strong or severe. And again, we top out right around 90 degrees. More 90s into next week, too. We'll also see better chances for showers and thunderstorms Tuesday and Wednesday. We'll watch another cool front arrive by next Saturday.
Oh, Chris, just one of those days, even if you go to the pool, when you get out, you feel like you're still in it.
Yeah, I know. So the problem is staying inside, because that's where I'm going to be, or the solution, rather, is staying inside. That is where I will be when it's this hot. You know, some folks really like the heat, Adam. So, you know, I like to have some fun and talk about not going outside. But on the contrary, it is not terrible if you like the heat.
Chris Reese, we'll catch up with you again in just a moment. Up to 50 people have died in India's heavy flooding and landslides. Torrential rain has been hitting the state since Thursday. The water level in the Panchaganga River is rising, bringing concerns of new flooding. The National Disaster Response Force was deployed to aid rescue efforts along with local fire departments. At least 400 people have been rescued using boats and rope lines. Last week, at least 31 people died in landslides in Mumbai, the country's financial capital. An annual mayfly invasion is infecting central Wisconsin. Check out these images from a gas station in Nakusa. Mayflies piled up on top of each other at this gas pumps of this BP station. It took employees over 4 hours to clean them up. They use leaf blowers to get them off pumps and shovels to put them into garbage bags. Once mayflies come out of the lake, they mate and migrate over to the light, where they live for 24 to 48 hours before dying and creating messes just like this one. The power of social media is playing out once again in a huge way. The beloved piano player at Atlanta's airport has gotten the trip of a lifetime. Bernd Peterson has a story about the man behind the keys.
A corner of Concourse A at Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport may be the most joyful part of the whole place, thanks to Tony Carter.
This is the most fun job I've ever had. People love having live music. They've had a weary travel day, and they're not expecting this. And it just changes everything. I love this job.
And travelers love Tony. But after 60 years playing piano, the last 7 here at the airport, he never experienced anything like this.
It's classic Dad. It's exactly how he is. He handles the spotlight with a grace and an honor like no other.
Ooh, what a day. Tony met a traveler named Carlos Whitaker, who happens to be an author and motivational speaker. Tony shared his story, and some of it is sad to hear.
The second he told me that he's on dialysis 9 hours a night, wakes up every morning, and goes and plays the piano for tips for 4 hours, I go, this brother's about to get a big tip.
Whitaker reached out to his followers on social media. Within a few minutes, the tip reached $10,000. Within a few hours, $60,000.
I do what I do because I love it, man. It ain't about money. It's never been about money for me. But this is way over the top. This is God at work, man. Stop it some more. Stop.
170,000 people donated to help Carter, raising $10,000 in less than an hour. Stick around, News 3 Now. All weekend, we'll have some of the day's top stories tonight at 6 and 10. But first, how a little girl used the lessons taught in school to save herself and others from a burning fire. We're back in just a moment.
Expertly tailored eye care. State-of-the-art eye exams, high-quality lenses and frames. Because everything we do at LensCrafters is for every sight that makes your life special. Book your annual eye exam now. LensCrafters, because sight.
You're a hard worker. Provide for your family. Do good things in the community. Help out your neighbors. You've been there for so many others. Now, we're here for you. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
As traveling continues throughout the year, Meineke Car Care Center is continuing to make your safety our #1 priority. To give you peace of mind, receive a free brake inspection with any appointment. Meineke Car Care Center is here to help keep you safe on the road.
These days, Social Security is denying more disability claims than ever. If you can't work, it can be harder to win benefits. I'm attorney Don Becker. Now more than ever, you need an experienced disability lawyer. For over 30 years, my firm has helped people win benefits. Disability law is all we do.
The Becker Law Office, 1-800-254-7766.
A healthy mouth is the gateway to a healthy body. That's why we designed Quip electric toothbrushes for adults and kids, toothpaste, and refillable floss picks and string that keep you healthy. Quip's simple features help guide a better daily routine to support your oral health at home or on the go. And refills are delivered from $5 with free shipping. Just keep your products for life and refresh every 3 months. Make better oral health simple, affordable, and enjoyable at getquip.com.
Turn up the radio and discover all that Illinois has to offer. Find your road trip at enjoyillinois.com.
A News 3 Now investigation uncovered hundreds of workplace safety complaints during the pandemic.
Just 12% were followed up with an inspection.
Too many frontline workers were exposed to COVID.
Taking action to get the information you deserve. News 3 Now investigates. Channel 3000 Plus. Watch from your streaming media player or mobile device.
Finally this morning, some of us might freeze in stressful situations, but not 9-year-old Erin Nichols. When her house caught on fire, she remembered an important safety lesson she learned in school that may have saved her life as well as her family's. Ronnie Daz has her story.
She's one of the biggest heroes here in this situation.
9-year-old Erin Nichols was calm, cool, and collected when a blaze broke out at her Penn Township home, the kitchen fire causing her home to quickly fill with smoke.
I couldn't see, and I couldn't breathe down there, so I came in here and I closed my door.
A lesson she learned in school.
A technique that we use called vent, enter, isolate, search. They're taught to close their bedroom door. They're taught to put a barrier down to keep the smoke from coming in. They're taught to open the window and go to the window and call for help.
While her brother called for help, Erin used her training to keep her safe.
I covered the vent with one of the towels I had in my room, and I opened my window when the fireman got here, and I called for help, and then I broke my screen door, and they got me off of the roof and onto the ground where I was safe.
The Penn Township Fire Chief says all too often we see a different end result when things don't go well, which stresses the importance of public education and fire safety for the community.
She just went along with her training. She obviously paid attention in school, and she put to work what she learned. And it was the Elkhart City Fire Department that came to her school when she was in 2nd grade, taught these kids what they needed to know, and it stuck with her. It's great. It's one of the best stories that I've had in my career to see the outcome like that.
Google is getting into the Olympic spirit with a new game. Friday, Google launched Doodle Champion Island Games on its main search page, which includes 7 mini games, all based on Olympic sports, including table tennis, skateboarding, and archery. Anime scenes and characters were created by animators based in Tokyo. Other elements of the game are based on Japanese folklore. Google's new Doodle game release coincides with the opening ceremony in Tokyo. And Chris, you were just commenting, I mean, that story for that girl to be able to know what to do at such a young age, I mean, that's incredible.
No, and one of the things I was saying, I don't think it was emphasized enough. She was walking through the house, you saw how the walls were burned, and then the moment she shut the door, the rest of her room was fine. And that's something that I learned as a kid, is to keep your doors shut. In my house now, I stress it all the time. I'm like, shut your door when you go to bed, because it's a big safety feature there.
Always something good to learn.
Yep.
And Chris, one last look at our weather here real quick.
Yeah, absolutely. It's hot outside, too. It's going to be 90 degrees for that high later on this afternoon. The heat index will likely feel over 100. Dew points are in the 70s, y'all, so the clothes are going to stick to you as you begin to head outside. Expect that tomorrow. Expect that Monday. Expect it Tuesday. Expect it Wednesday. We're in for the long haul. We'll cool off, if you will, in quotations, by the time we get you towards Thursday and Friday next week.
And, you know, it is true. You can always put more on. You can always